Hey guys, Coach Bricks here. How do I get to become great? I had this question asked from one of my athletes. And I looked at him and I said, you want the easiest answer? He said, yeah. I said, get uncomfortable. He looked at me, a little puzzled and said, well, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like an exact blueprint, how to be great. And he was talking about one of the sports that he plays. And I said, you gotta get uncomfortable. I said, are you willing to be uncomfortable? And he just kept looking at me like, I had like 18 eyes. Like probably a lot of people probably looking at the video probably turn it off right now because they don't want to hear it. They're like, I don't understand what that means. It's get uncomfortable, man. It's get out of your comfort zone. It's the zone that you've been in your whole life. The majority of people, that's all they live in. They live in this tiny little window. That they got outside of that, oh my gosh. It's like the people who don't come outside in the winter, okay, when you live in the Northeast, okay? You don't come outside, you live up here. The only time you get outside is run to your car. Now you have an automatic starter because you have to warm it up before you actually get there. So I guess for whatever reason, I have zero idea because you're soft. Then once you get in that, right, then you drive to wherever, park the car, and then run into the building that you're going to. Because you can't be a little bit cold because it's uncomfortable. It's why I started the Earth Strong workouts, I told him. Okay, I got to it, I said, I started the Earth Strong workouts, one for me, but also for other people, because I started to see this process. It was to get uncomfortable. It got me out of my comfort of having to think that I needed to train in a gym to get better, like many people do. And in all honesty, it also showed me a lot of things of how wrong a lot of the gym industry is by going outside and actually doing, manual stuff, moving logs, moving rocks, moving stones, moving other apparatuses, boards, all this kind of stuff. It taught me so many different things. Well, these are the things that the Lord put here. Okay, I'm gonna move those. And it taught me how to lift things properly. It taught me that. Unlike the ergonomically correct gym exercises that, if you hurt yourself, it's because you weren't paying attention. I mean, most of the stuff now are all machines, so if you hurt yourself, there's something wrong with you, right? But that doesn't, it takes it away, and that makes you uncomfortable. And I said to him, I do that in the winter when it's cold, I do it in the snow, I do it in the rain, I do it in the wind, I do it at all times. So then he started shaking his head, he's like, I'm starting to see. I said, what time do you always get up to come in here? He said, I get up, whatever time, and then I come in the afternoon. I said, why? Well, that's what time fits. I said, so you couldn't come in at 5 a.m.? And he looked at me, he said, no, I could. I said, then why don't you? I'm not saying you have to do it all the time, but imagine if you did that here and there. What that would start to change in your mind. It's showing that you could do it. You could say, oh, I could do it. I said, well, then you got to do it, actually. Not just say it. Anybody can talk. I could tell you anything. I could tell you I'm the president of the United States. Doesn't mean I am. You have to actually prove it. And that's what I said to him. I said, you have to actually show me. I said, so if you really want to be great, no matter who you are, you have to get uncomfortable. So if I'm an adult and I've been doing the same thing, then guess what? I'm not getting uncomfortable. But we're not teaching our kids. Such as a couple weeks ago, my daughter and I decided to, my youngest one decided to sleep out in the tent. All right? That night, it got down to like 35 degrees. It was chilly. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it was fun. She had an absolute freaking blast. We did it again the next night, and it was even colder the next night. Okay, it warmed up to 50 during the day, but during the night, man, it got cold. But it was something that we'd never done, but she wanted to do it. And I said, let's go do it. It was uncomfortable sleeping on the ground. I mean, I know people probably sleep in tents, but all we had was a freaking, just a little nylon thing at the bottom there. And my ground's very rocky, so it was laying all over rocks, rolling all over rocks all night long, I think. I couldn't find anything else, any flat area that didn't have them. But it got me uncomfortable, it got me out of that comfort zone. And it made me realize that, okay, I can do certain things. She had fun, she had just a blast, which is awesome, right? But it shows me that she can handle that stuff, right? Was she cold? She was cold. She's bundled up. We got down to the sleeping bag and she bundled herself on out. But she got uncomfortable. We both got uncomfortable at that time. It was something different. And that's what I want you guys to understand. Whether you're an athlete playing a sport or an adult or whatever, you have to get uncomfortable. That's how you become great. It's not by just doing the normal everyday things. It's getting out of that comfort zone and going and being something great. So if I'm an adult and I haven't worked out right? Go do a workout, get that in, and not just post it, hey, I did my workout today, especially when January comes, like everybody does, and then by February you don't see you because you're done working out, because you had no kind of ability to actually control that, consistency or anything else, because you don't know what greatness is. You wanted it, but you weren't willing to sacrifice for that greatness, right? And that's what it goes to. Becoming uncomfortable in different situations. Like there's things that I've never done before. Certain things that I've built around this place. I don't have any building skills. I had no idea, but I started to learn them, started to understand the process, and started doing them. There are many times that I failed, probably more times than not, that I've had to tear stuff apart, redo it because I screwed it up. But it taught me a lot of different things, and that's what I'm talking about. I got uncomfortable doing those things to make myself more comfortable later on. Am I perfect? No, I love to get uncomfortable. I want to do more, constantly. I think about different hikes that I go on, right? There's some of them are much more harder than others. And I'm like, do I want to do that today? And I'm like, you know what? Might as well go do it. This is the last one on Friday. I was only going to do part of it because we were short on time. My boy Leo and I decided to head on up, and we took the harder route, right? Just to get uncomfortable. I'm no different than anybody else out there. Zero difference, right? The Lord made me with the heart, lungs, arms, legs, everything. He gave me that ability. The difference is here. I just don't, I don't want to accept being normal. I don't want to be accept average. I don't want to be accept that. And that, as a parent, as an adult, we shouldn't. We should continue to strive to be great. We should continue to strive to show our kids what it takes to become that. It doesn't matter if you have the most money in the world. Money, I've never seen anybody buried with their money and the money goes with them. Never seen it. Yes, does it make life sometimes a little bit easier? Could, but it also ruins a lot of lives too. But hard work is something that nobody can ever take from you. They can't. They cannot take that from you. They can try to strip it and say you didn't work, but they can't. They can't take that hard work, man. That's something that the Lord gave each and every single one of us. And it sits there waiting to be unleashed. And that's what I said as we kept breaking it down. I kept talking to him. I said, you have this potential, man. Go unleash it. Get uncomfortable. Find that determination inside yourself. Find it, go unleash it, and then go show the world what it's all about. So if you want to be great, that's what it is. Parents, adults, same thing for you. Go do it. If you've been going to the gym, get your butt outside and do a workout when it's cold, rain, wind, cold. Not just once in a while. That's a great start, but you got to start doing it more often. Set it. Every Friday is my outside workout day, or every whatever day is my outside workout day. That's why I have those Earth Strong workouts. I do them, and you see people show up. There's some people who consistently here every single time. They love them. They're not even the strongest dudes out there. They just love doing it because it challenges their body. That's it. Challenge, they got out of their comfort, and they love it. Think about it. If you really want to be great, and you want that greatness, get uncomfortable. Be blessed.